Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Don't Starve, the uncompromising wilderness survival game full of science and magic. It sounded so rehearsed, right? It's because it was. This is an interesting game that I've been really sinking my teeth into for the past couple weeks. It was made by Clay Entertainment, and oh man, it is a lot of fun. But as I said before, it is uncompromising. It is difficult, it is challenging, and it is full of surprises, and everything wants to kill you. So, if you haven't seen this game before, it's available on Steam, Mac, Linux, PC, and it's also available on the PS4 apparently, which is pretty cool. It's kind of neat seeing indie games like this showing up on consoles. Anyway, so let's see, what is Don't Starve? Well, wilderness survival, very sandboxy. Some of you may think, oh, you're eating food and you're fighting things at night like Minecraft. Well, okay, well, no one's probably actually thinking that. This is very different, so actually, I don't know, it seems to be like the go-to survival. Oh, that's Minecraft thing. Anyway. So, let's see, yeah, so, everything wants to kill you. These bees, for example, they'll murder you if given the chance. There's all sorts of fun things we get to explore. Now, this series is going to be very different from other things I've done in the past. Normally, I will, typically with like Fear of Mobs or something, I will record a short, no, actually I shouldn't say short. I'll usually spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours recording a 30-minute episode. That's just preparation and planning and getting things together, recording, taking multiple takes, all that fun stuff. And then there's another like 4 hours of converting everything, and then another hour of transferring it over to my other computer. Well, same computer, just different partition on the hard. And then having to edit it, which will take an additional, let's say, hour, depending on how well I do things. So overall, that's a pretty tedious process, and that's part of the reason why I haven't been able to make videos. The other part, and I want to do just a quick shout out here, if any of you remember Andrew or Biantos, who was in the Grand Theft Auto videos, he's lending me his computer for the purpose of recording some of these videos here, because that's been the other issue, is that I just can't take it anymore. My personal computer just cannot handle games. It can't record them without stuttering like this. And it most certainly will never, ever record anything at 60 frames per second, which is what you're viewing in right now. So, you know, hey, if you're not watching 60 frames, you should check it out. So, big shout out to him for letting me use his old computer. It's a big help. Anyway, so, that being said, this series is going to be quite different in that there will be very little editing. I'm going to try to record this all in one sitting, one shot, one take, go with the flow. It's something new for me. I've never done this before, and I think it's going to be better for you and I. Better for me because I don't have to spend hours and hours on a video, and better for you because you get more videos. Well, relatively speaking, I mean, there hasn't been a video in a long time, and that's also partially because of school and work. And I still have that. I mean, I've kind of been Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about the game here. So right now, I'm just kind of on autopilot. I'm running around collecting things, making sure that I'm in a good position before nightfall, which is coming soon. Right now we're in dusk. This is the phase before night, and once night comes, if we aren't fully prepared... What is this? If we're not fully prepared, we don't have a fire going, we will lose the game. So let's see, I have some twigs, I have cut grass. Okay, so we're doing okay in terms of light. I do need some logs, which we'll have to cut down a tree for. And let me actually get right on that right now. I guess while I'm chopping, I'll explain some of the UI. Up here in the top right, we have status information, such as time of day, health, food, sanity. If I mouse over them, you'll see the exact numbers. You'll notice right now, sanity is going down. It's really important that you keep all of these stats as high as you can. Health, if health ever reaches 0, you die. And obviously you can be like attacked by things, and other things can hurt you. Hunger will go down periodically. As far as I can tell, it's not dependent on the activity you're doing, it just goes down at a constant rate. That's from my experience. I could be wrong, I haven't looked it up. And then sanity goes down depending on the things you do and the time of day. For example, your sanity goes down slowly at night. So in the past, a couple minutes, it's gone down 6 points from 200. And it's very important we keep sanity up because if we don't, then, well, probably see at some point. I know I know quite a bit of this game. I've played quite a bit of it. By no means a professional, but I'm also going to try to not spoil too much because there's a lot of interesting things that can happen, lots of fun surprises, so I don't want to spoil this for people who've never seen this game before. And as always, I highly recommend that if you can, you should totally get the game. It's a very fun game. It runs on very low powered, or it runs very well on all sorts of computers, and yeah, even on my computer I've used in the past, my normal PC or my personal computer, it runs buttery smooth if I'm not recording. Like I'm talking 60 frames a second, so it's very, very nice. Okay, so night is upon us, so I better put down a fire right now before darkness comes. And what I'm going to do is spend the night breaking down these rocks, because I don't want to come back here. So, let me explain what we're doing in this world. We're plopped down in this procedurally generated world. We have nothing... Oh dear, oh dear. We have nothing between us and the elements but our wits and anything we build. So, we can build things by using our crafting inventory right over here. Oh dear. Sorry, that always surprises me. That didn't used to happen. That white stuff you see coming in, that means you're getting cold, and if you're cold for too long, you will actually start taking a lot of damage and then die. So you can stay by the fire to warm up. Anyway, and so yeah, so our survival depends on our skills, the things we collect, the things we build, the things we craft, and just in general, just several different things. There's lots of aspects to it, and I don't know where I was gonna go with that. Oh yeah, so that's what we're doing here. Our goal is just to survive, and we do kind of have an end game, but for the most part, it's just survive as long as you can. Most people don't make it to there is, how do I say this? There is an end to the game, but it's kind of complicated, and I've actually never done it before. I actually don't know anybody who has. I only know a couple people who have actually played the game long enough to get to that point, but that's going to be our goal. There is a certain way to escape this world, and once we do that, I will count it as having won. But it's not strictly winning, because you just get taken to another world. There's no credits or anything, as far as I know. So, okay, these guys are going to be aggressive, so we're going to just run. We're looking for some people call it savanna. I call it not plains either. It's whatever. We're looking for a grassy biome. Prairie. There we go. I like to call it a prairie. We're looking for one of those. Hopefully we will find one, because usually what live on prairies, if it's big enough, will be buffalo-like creatures called beefalo. And if we find them, actually, I'm going to get on this road here because we might be able to get there faster. If we find beefalo, then we will have a good source of manure, which we can use to create farms and fertilize crops. So it's usually a pretty good idea to set up next to beefalo. And in addition, beefalo are strong, and if you ever need some help taking out some bad guys, if you lead them to the beefalo will sometimes help. So that's something to keep in mind. Another reason to find some beefalo. So we're walking through some kind of forest area. I'm not really sure what these are called. I don't want to go down here because I know that's a place we've already been. This is cloud, so if you ever see this white stuff, that's just me zooming out with my mouse wheel so far that you see clouds. So sorry about that if that surprised anybody. So yeah, I guess we're just kind of wandering right now, exploring the landscape. I'm not sure what these patches of stuff are here. It looks like everything just kind of threw up right here when the world was generated. We're picking up rocks and food as we go along. These berries will be good for an emergency. So will the seeds, but we kind of want to save the seeds because we can plant them once we build a farm, which we need manure for. Well. Okay, so we've just found a... Okay, if you notice, my sanity's taking a big hit right there, and that's because of these flowers. These are evil flowers. They destroy your sanity if you're near them and if you pick them, so we're gonna get out of there. But the reason we went in there is we found this thing called a crank thing, and this is actually one of the five things we need to find to escape. There's 4 items, and then we all put them on the 5th thing to escape. And so I figured, hey, there it is. I'll just grab it. I don't know if I grabbed the axe though. I didn't grab the axe that was there, and that's okay. We already have an axe. We don't have any more space in our inventory, so I don't want to waste any space with that. So yeah, that's why that was kind of a cool find. We found a pigman there. I didn't explain that. We found a pigman. He lived in that house there we saw, surrounded by those evil flowers. And pigmen are another good source of protection, kind of like beefalo, except I don't know. They're different, right? So you can actually feed the pigmen, and they will help you out, or they'll give you manure as well. But we're gonna keep looking for grassland, or keep calling it grassland, prairie, because we're kind of just walking through a wasteland right now. All these patches of nothing and grass and rock. It's kind of barren and really ugly. I don't usually see landscapes like this, so I kind of want to say it's not very representative of of like the normal game. Oh, we did get the axe. Look, it's right here. Sometimes it's hard to see things in here. This is my inventory, by the way, and whatever is in this slot right here is equipped, and whatever is in this slot I am wearing on my body, and whatever is in this slot I am wearing on my head. All right, so no savanna yet. No prairie. I just use those words interchangeably, I suppose. But yeah, I haven't found any yet, and it's almost at the end of day 2. That's usually where I like to end these videos, or where I'm going to try to end the videos after every other day. But we really got to find a place to settle down, because the longer we wander, the more likely we're going to die, either from starvation or just getting a late start on the game. If you can get settled on the first day, or the second, that's ideal. But wandering any more than that, you're pushing it. And it's not that you're in immediate danger of dying, but you will be behind, because there are some things that happen in this game. Sometimes random events, as seasons do pass, things like that. And it's very important that you keep up. Oh man, here it is. This is what I'm talking about. We may have found exactly what we're looking for. So I'm gonna take a look around, see if I can find any beefalo here real quick. Just kind of scout the perimeter. We have some burrows where rabbits are living, so if worst comes to worst, we can actually put some traps down and maybe get a few for food. Although we'll try to hold off on that unless we absolutely have to. Weird path here. I'm gonna walk along and hopefully we find some beefalo. None. Oh man, no beefalo. That stinks. Okay, well, we're gonna have to keep moving and keep trying to find them. It's not a be-all, end-all if we don't find beefalo, but we really, really need manure if we have any hope of lasting for a long time. And I do want it to last for a while here. Trying to get to the point where you beat the game, I guess. Oh, there's more here. Takes a while. So, let's see. Looks like we're gonna set up another temporary camp tonight because we have no beefalo and we have a lot more to explore. So I'm gonna actually put down a campfire somewhere I can do some work tonight. Any trees? I'm getting this ready because as soon as it turns night, we're gonna plop it down. All right. Well, it looks like we're gonna build it here. Yep. There's nighttime. All right. So, welcome to towards the end of day 2. We still haven't found what we're looking for. Disappointing, I know. Hopefully we'll find it tomorrow. Again, we are kind of pushing it right now. I usually like to get settled by day 2. And we actually might end up play through day 3 because it looks like we have some time. There's a gobbler. That turkey. Sometimes they pop out of the bushes, and normally they're really annoying because they'll eat all the berry bushes nearby, but At night they just go back into the bush and disappear forever. They despawn, so that's good. Alright, so we are low on food. We're at 15. So we need to eat. We don't actually lose health until we reach 0 food, but, you know, now that we have a fire here, we should cook this up. Cooking does a little bit of help. I think for berries, it increases the amount of food it gives you. For a lot of things like the seeds that you saw me toast stuff, doesn't really do anything, but I try to do it anyway. Yeah, so here's the dark, lonely night as our fire fades away and the darkness creeps closer. It's a very creepy world. Oh man. I kind of want to make more berries, but I don't want to eat too many because we can use these for recipes, and that's way better than trying to just eat the berries cooked on their own. So that's why I'm trying to save them right now. See, I've actually attempted to make this recording, or record these videos, twice now. 2 other times I've tried to record these, and both times they've failed due to technical difficulties. Ah, man. So, I'm kind of on my last leg here. Like, I don't know. This has got to work here. I think it's working so far. I can hear myself talking, which is good. That was the issue last time. I couldn't hear myself talking, and in the videos, my voice didn't show up. But right now, it's working. All right, so we're on to day 3 of World 1. Why does it say World 1? Well, like I said, there is a way to complete the game. Plugged sinkhole. I've seen one of these before. We are going to come back to this at some point. This here, this purple area, I'm not sure what this is really called, but this is just a messed up biome. It's bad news. It's bad news. You hear that low rumbling? Let me show you what that is. It's a tentacle monster. Does a lot of damage, but if you manage to kill it, you get quite a bit of good stuff from them. These houses are also oh dear, I didn't know them. I didn't hear them. Those houses, those rundown houses, those are dangerous as well. So you want to try to avoid them. I guess I'm kind of YOLOing right now. I'm desperate to find some beefalo. I'm really just running on this path, hoping we find some. Yeah, this is not a great start, but the last 2 I was playing, I had great starts. Although one of them well, anyway, not too great of a start. Whatever. I just hope that we find something as good here. Because when you get a good start, you get a good world, you can usually last for quite a while. It just makes it a lot easier when you can find everything you need right off the bat. I think in the first world I tried to make these videos on, I actually found rocks, food, beefalo, and all that good stuff all right next to each other. Ugh, creepy sounds. On the first day. So it's gonna be hard to top that, especially since we're, on the 3rd day and still haven't settled down. That's getting bad. Man, how big is this wasteland, this swamp? Good, great. Oh, dead end. Alright. So we get to experience the joys of backtracking through the swamp. This is a really, really messed up biome. It's not fun being here, and we are not prepared to last here very long, so I'm going to head out of here. It's mostly due to those tentacle monsters, but there's other things that's also in the swamp that I actually don't stick around to check out. It's spooky here. It's very spooky. The game overall is spooky. It's got a lot of dark stuff to it. There's magic, but it's mostly creepy. It's more of the creepy and dark variety, to be honest. But I think that's some of the cooler types of magic. For example, I'd probably be in Slytherin if I could. I know, don't kill me, don't judge me. They just sound like the coolest group there. Man, it's getting kind of annoying. We're just walking in a straight line. We're not going to find anything by backtracking, but... So, I think what we're going to do... This is a map, by the way. If I press tab... I'd open up the map. The game pauses in the background, so we can look here all we want. We can check out all the places we've been. We can see all the things we've seen. I don't remember where we spawned. Probably around Here's, oh yeah, this is a graveyard. See, I've been playing so much of this game that I forget what I have and haven't told you guys about yet. But for those who've already seen this game, I will eventually cut down on the explaining because it'll just be repeating stuff you've already heard and seen yourself. But for those who aren't familiar with the game, which I'm going to guess is actually quite a large portion of my audience, all of you guys watching, then it's I'd wager that you guys aren't very familiar with the game. So let's see, is this new? No, this is not new. We've already seen this. A little bit more grass. Well, let's just head left here. I guess I'll use the cardinal direction west. Yeah, that's right. More this is grasslands, nice plains with flowers and a brick road. Oh, here's one of the nicer swamps. Got little ponds here. We can actually use these for food, so this is actually really nice. We might have to settle in an area right around here. It's such a bummer we don't have any beefalo, because that is like one of the most critical things. I've just had no luck with it whatsoever. Oh, the road continues this way, so I guess I'll continue walking. There's not much else I can do. Okay, I should probably make a disclaimer and say, this is not normally how the game is. I mean, usually by this point I'd hope to have a campfire, a permanent campfire, one that doesn't burn away in the day, source of food, good supply of food actually, and we are just not having any of it this time around. Huh. Another dead end. I'd wager that it just ends over here. Good news is we're finding more berries. I mean, that's nice. We have lots of flint. Oh my gosh. We have 45 flint. Flint's used for tools, as you've seen. If we mouse over something in here, you can see that you can craft stuff and their ingredients on the right. Oh, I need seeds. Here's a little river here. We can't cross this water unless there's a land bridge, unless there's physically land between us, because you can't build a bridge, you can't jump it. There's no jumping in this game, as you can tell. It's just exploring, walking around. Better go on the road here. Alright, well, the night is upon us, and the creatures are abound. So we are going to place a fire. Grab this berry bush. There we go. And we're going to call it a night. An episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you come back next time, hopefully we'll get an actual camp going and catch up, because we are falling very far behind. Day 3 and not even a permanent campfire. I'll see you guys later.